story continuing to dominate the headlines, and today new research has revealed that almost a quarter of Brits would take anti-obesity drugs if they were given to them for free on the NHS.
But if they qualify for the weight loss jabs or just don't want to take them, some natural ways to keep yourself feeling full can be just as effective. Nutritionist Rob Hobson. Hi, Rob.
Hello.
Morning.
He's here to tell us more. Thank you, mate.
Morning.
So where do we start with this? What's your opinion first on the weight loss drugs? I mean, they're necessary to a point, aren't they, with the diabetes and so forth?
Yeah, I think they are necessary. They're right for some people. So how they work is they mimic a hormone called GLP-1, and that helps to control your appetite, regulate your blood sugar levels, and then sort of reduce the time it takes for food to leave your stomach. So you eat less and you feel full. They're not for everybody. You know, one of the important things is it's not just about losing weight, it's also helping to reduce your risk of chronic diseases, which is really important. But, you know, there are natural ways. If you don't qualify that, there are natural ways that you can kind of curb your hunger, lifestyle strategies, and also things you can do with your diet to make you feel fuller for longer.
OK, so what are some of those foods that can make you feel fuller for longer?
Right, so we're thinking about foods that have got fibre is a good start. So we've got some nice brown rice here and some wholemeal pasta. So fibre, it really bulks out the diet, and soluble fibre absorbs water, it forms a gel-like substance, which then slows down the release of food, slows down your digestion. So that's a really important one to bulk out your diet.
So if I had porridge this morning, is that what that does?
Yeah, porridge is great. That's a really good source of fibre.
Well done. You go to the top of the class, Dermot O'Leary.
No, it's really... I've never really heard it explained like that before. Everyone says sort of slow release, and they go, oh, yeah, lovely. But actually, when you put it like that, I go, oh, no, I understand.
Yeah, we're slowing down the release of sugar from the food, so you get that more sustained energy, and that's to do with the fibre. Protein is really good as well. So protein, as you eat protein, it kind of, it takes a little longer to digest than, say, carbohydrates. So it's good to plan your meals around protein and then add in the fibre. And then the other thing you want to add is some healthy fats. Now, you don't need as many of these, but healthy fats are things like olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds. Again, they take a little longer to digest, but if you kind of form this together as a meal, you've got a nice meal that's really going to take a while to digest and keep you fuller for longer.
Well, is butter a healthy fat? Because it's, I mean, like traditionally, we've been brought up going, you know, butter's high fat and blood. And then, so we sort of brought up on the generation of margarine. And now, obviously, margarine is like now a no-no. And so many people are going back to butter. So
I mean, I think butter's OK in moderation if that's the fat you want to use. It does contain a lot of saturated fat. So if you had high cholesterol, it probably wouldn't be my choice of fat. But I think in moderation, it's absolutely fine. I mean, how much of it are you using a day? You know, so it's part of a balanced diet.
I thought you were actually asking me that.
But also white carbs, not necessarily the devil, essentially.
Yeah, not necessarily. So these carbs have a high GI, glycemic index. So that's how long it takes the carbohydrate to break down to sugar. So they're digested very quickly. So white rice, white bread, sugary foods. You can negate the effect of that if you team them with protein, healthy fats, vegetables, that kind of thing, because not everybody likes to eat brown rice.
Well, I'm just thinking of my little boys who are 8 and 6, and they might find that a little bit...
a bit chewy.
Yes, they probably find that a little bit more palatable.
Yeah, and I mean, you get short grain brown rice, which is much more... It's not as husky, you know, but I definitely... You know, if you're making, like, an egg-fried rice, for example, for your kids, white rice, bit of eggs, some vegetables, bit of soy, that's a nice balanced meal.
Excellent.
And you're getting your fibre from those.
That high water content, that's something you want to talk about.
Yeah, so that's quite an interesting way to approach your diet. So vegetables have a high water content. So eating loads of veggies with your meal will fill a bit more space in your stomach, right? So it tricks you into feeling you're full, but you're not eating as many calories. So lots of salad with your meals, lots of veggies, and actually watery dishes like, you know, soups, stews made with stock and like, you know, tomato base. They're more liquid. So again, they're going to fill your stomach more on fewer calories. You've got stretch receptors that signal to your brain that you're full. So you're almost like tricking your body into thinking
with the colder weather where you probably do eat a little bit more.
It's a great time to do all of that.
Soups and stuff. Let's talk about supplements. Can they be like used as a little add-on, or how should we be using those?
Looking sceptical, Kat.
I'm a little bit sceptical. So, I mean, they're not going to do you any harm. So if you want to give them a go, so we've got green tea extract. So that's got something called catechins, which are these antioxidant compounds. There's been a lot of research about that, how it impacts on your metabolism and also your appetite. But It's a bit inconclusive, the findings.
OK.
But there's nothing wrong with having a green tea. A lot of the research is really around the tablets.
Well, this guy.
This guy,
Apple cider vinegar.
like Posh Spice has talked about it. Lots of people have talked about it.
Yeah, it's become quite popular. So the idea is it's got acetic acid, which is thought to slow down the release of food from your stomach, so you feel a bit fuller,
Right.
and also helps to manage your blood sugar levels. Again, there is research, but I think the effect is probably mild. It's not going to work for everybody, and also, it can make you feel a bit sick if you have it on an empty stomach or you take too much. So I think with all of this stuff, if you want to give it a go, that's fine. It's not going to hurt you, but I think diet first and try and take it that way.
Okay.
What's the last glucomannan? Is it you want to talk about? Is that right?
Yeah, glucomannan. So it's a type of fibre that comes from a variety of yam, and they put them in noodles, drinks. Yeah. So they put them in noodles, drinks, and capsules.
Slimcaster.
The fibre is it's like this kind of fibre. It's meant to fill you up. It absorbs water and it kind of fills you up. Again, the research for it being an appetite suppressant is limited. It's a bit inconclusive. But again, if you want to try it, it's not going to do you any harm.
Do you bring those crisps from Jelly Beans and...
To torment him.
What's their story?
Right, so I'm always talking about ultra-processed foods, but these are obviously ultra-processed foods. They're digested very, very quickly, and if you're going to choose a snack, these are probably not the snack you want. They're not very satiating. They're highly palatable, so you're going to want to eat more of them. A nice alternative. Think about making some homemade snacks. Dates filled with nut butter. Stick them in the freezer, and they go really chewy, like toffees. They're a great one. Maybe some banana. You mix it up with some cinnamon chocolate, put on a brown rice cracker. Great snack. Homemade popcorn with cinnamon instead of sugar. Some really nice options.
Yeah, I love Coke.
It's making me hungry. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah,
thanks,
Thank
Rob.
you. That
As
was
always.
great. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.